Yo, 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 what up, what up? It's your boy Fula coming to you with another live stream, and we rapping about boxing and the fights we saw tonight. And I got my guy with me, Real Sports Talk podcast. You tap into him. Y'all go to his channel. Y'all check out what he doing over there. Y'all go to his Instagram too and rap with him. Now, um, what did you think of the fight with did you see the fight with Evan Holyfield and the guy he fight? Did you see that
I
fight?
didn't. I caught the live. I caught the ESPN, so I caught Nico Wash and uh Xander Zayas.
Okay. So what do you think of that Ali fight? What do you think of that one?
I thought he's definitely got some stuff to work on. Like he was getting hit a little too much for me. And I forget what announcer said it. He was like, "Man, he keep taking right hands like this. He ain't gonna have a long career." And
Yeah,
I
that was
felt the same
Timothy
exact way.
Bradley's big ass head.
Yeah, I felt the same way because I was like, yeah, like he getting hit with this that right hand a little too much. If dude had any bit of power, like shit, we might have been.
Yeah, he may rattle him. He
Yeah, he
may
might
have
have rattled
rattled
that
him.
cage a little bit, but for the most part, I think he did solid. I think that personally, I think they picked that opponent knowing he couldn't hit hard. You know what I'm saying? I feel
Right,
like when you got early fights like that, that's what they do. They put you in there with somebody who they know is gonna give you certain looks as far
right,
as like testing you. Like, okay,
right,
well shit, this motherfucker don't hit hard, but he's a come forward fighter. Like he gonna come forward all
right,
night. So this gonna
right,
be good cardio. We gonna see how our guy, you know what I'm saying, reacts to a person just putting
right,
pressure on.
right, right.
So I think
You
I
know
think
what?
he passed this test. I think he passed the test.
You know what though? Um, I think the guy who has the Ali flair and the Ali style is the Negro League fighter, though, Michel Rivera. I feel
Yeah.
that he's more Ali than this Nico Ali guy.
No, I
Just
feel the
my
same way.
opinion. Yeah, I just feel that that Dominican background. He came from he came from basically humble beginnings and stuff like that. Had to sacrifice and things like that. I think he has that more because I mean, tech, technically speaking, this dude didn't have to box. You know what I mean? Like this
Yeah.
Nico Ali guy, he don't really have to box. You know, most of the guys who box, it's like it's like out of necessity or it's just it's out of like your social circumstances. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like pretty much that's how it happens. Your social circumstances give you like very few options, so you take
You
up
gotta
boxing.
box. Like you gotta.
Yeah,
This is a way out.
yeah,
You look at it as a way out. Like shit.
yeah, yeah. Basically, yeah, that's how it works. Um, Now, what do you think of the Xander dude? It's obvious he got the speed. It's obvious he got the bounce to the ounce. What do you think of that fight?
I think I was I, I wasn't. I don't want to say I was impressed, but I don't want to say I wasn't impressed because it's like I he
Mhm.
did what I expect. It's like it's almost like shit. Okay, damn. Now we might just need to see him fighting like stiffer competition now. Like now it might be time to start putting him up there with with stiffer competition because
Mhm.
I want to see him really tested. Like
Mhm.
I want to see what like I'm at the point now where I want to see like these fighters who pass the eye test. Okay, now I
Mhm.
want to see what y'all really do.
Mhm.
Like let's see y'all in there with somebody who really gonna rattle your cage. Like you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like I want to see you in there with somebody who is gonna who is gonna go in there and try to beat you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like not somebody that's
Showing
in
up
there
for a
just trying
paycheck.
to survive or in there to
Yeah, show
collect.
up for a paycheck.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
coming in here like I want to see like I want to see two young up and like I want to see like a Tiafimo and Devin Haney type fight. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I want to see where
Well,
two
shit.
is two young
Good luck
promising
with that.
stars. Both guys O's on their record. Let's like
Mhm.
we're not trying to make this shit happen in 5 years. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, why? Like, what's the point? Like, what's the
Yeah,
point?
there is no point.
Like,
If
nah,
you
nigga,
both,
we
if,
both free. Let's fight now. Like, we both ain't
yeah,
doing what you
yeah,
doing in
and,
December. I'm not doing nothing in December. Okay, well, shit. Let's make something happen.
and you both have belts, so what the hell?
What the, like? Come on, like we don't like it. It that's to me. That's the only time when it makes sense to wait. Like if it's like, all right, neither one like a Virgil Ortiz and the Boots in this fight. Like I would love that fight,
No,
but it do make sense to wait
no,
for one of
you
them get a
wait,
belt.
hold on though. It wouldn't make sense if it's a title eliminator though. It wouldn't
Yeah,
make sense to wait. Go at it, title
if it's
eliminator.
a title eliminator, you got to do that now. You got to do that. If it's a title eliminator, honestly, if they put that on the table, I could honestly see Boots. Like if they said, "Look, Boots, we can get you a title eliminator for December." I honestly think Boots would. I was gonna say he'd not fight this upcoming weekend, but I think he'd take that fight and then take the fight in December.
He would, he would.
Because and honestly, I think he knows he'll walk through Virgil. He'll walk through
He would
Virgil.
stop Virgil
He would
Ortiz.
he,
I
he
don't
would
know
he would
why
he would
people,
walk
you
through him
know,
like
bro,
easy.
bro. I don't know why these people think that Virgil Ortiz has anything for this guy. Virgil Ortiz has nothing for him. Okay. The thing is with Boots, this is the thing. This dude got not only speed, but he got bone breaking power.
Yeah, like
That's the thing.
that's different, and it's crazy because I was just talking to my pops like we like talking about Shakur. I'm like, man, it'd be really unfair if he had power. Like if he had like
Bone
just like
breaking
one,
power.
yeah, like one punch knockout power. Like if I touch you with this shit, the fight's gonna change. Like
Right.
one punch like this is taking your legs away. You know what I'm saying? Like if he had that, like the
Right.
shit would not be fair. And then it's like I was saying, like it's almost like the boxing guys was like, yeah, nah, we not finna bless you with that too. Like you're not finna have the
Hell no.
power,
But
the
but 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 they did it with Boots Ennis. They
and
said,
now
"Here,
that's
nigga.
crazy. And not only
Here,
did they do
nigga."
it with him, they made this motherfucker a switch hitter.
Facts.
Like they made this motherfucker a switch hitter. Like it's like they said, okay, we finna take Floyd defense, Crawford's switch hitting and boxing abilities, and we finna put Earl Spence power all in one. And
Facts.
now you got Boots Ennis.
And not only that, putting what you call it, Sugar Ray Leonard speed in it. Also putting Sugar Ray Leonard speed in the mix.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Most definitely.
Um, now you look at. I like the fight. To be honest, I like the fight, but I really felt that Jamal Herring, me personally, and you can like chime in and let me know what you think. Do you think Jamal Herring showed up to fight?
I'm gonna keep it real. I feel like seeing that it's hard to say. I don't like I don't like necessarily like making. I don't like to discredit fighters that get in there and risk their life. You feel me? Because I understand like that's a like I
Yeah,
can't
it's that
sit up
you
here
don't
and
play
say
boxing. You don't
yeah
play boxing.
you don't play boxing. I can't sit up here and say he didn't come to fight knowing he knew he was in there with somebody who was coming to fight and coming to win. So I can't sit up here. He put it this way: he'd have been dumb as hell to not come to fight, knowing who he was going up
Okay.
against.
Well, let me ask you this question then. Do you think he was weight trained?
Do I think he was weight training?
No, weight drain. Do you
Weight
think
tra-
he was weight drained?
I think that's crazy because my pops pointed that out. He was like, man, they both look hella dry. Like you know what I'm saying, coming to the ring like they didn't have no. You know how when boxers is ready, they come to the ring looking shiny, whether that's due from sweat from them working out or them just being oiled up or whatever. They come in looking like okay, this motherfucker ready to go. We didn't see that. It was like he was dry. Like I honestly think he never believed he could beat him. Like in my heart, I feel like that's what it was. Jamel never never felt like he could beat Shakur.
Well,
Never.
here's the problem. Here's the problem. And it probably was carried into the fight. Since their camps are so close
Bro,
with
and I
one
was just
another,
gonna say, I want to hear what you say because I feel like you're gonna say exactly what I was just gonna say.
since his camps are so close together and they probably sparred one another before, he probably knew what he was getting into.
Yeah, and I feel like it's probably was little shit being said, like little shit that not even saying like being said intentionally, but it's just like motherfuckers saying it and not realizing what you saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? The power of the tongue is powerful. Like it's
Yeah,
you
words are
might be
powerful.
saying something like crediting Shakur, but the whole time you not realizing that what you saying and what he do is the same shit you told me I need to work on. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's how you told me I need to work on it that's got me really in my head. Like, wait, so does he not even think I could win? Because he told me I need to work on this, and it's okay if I don't never get it because some fighters can't never get this. So he was basically telling me I'm a lost cause at doing this. Then next week in camp, he tell me Shakur do the same shit that I have a problem defending. He does it extremely well. But he wasn't saying it in a way of us, okay, we got to prepare for this. No, he was pretty much just saying, like, he a bad motherfucker. That nigga got this. But now it's in my head because it's like, well, damn, like, do these motherfuckers even think I could win? Like, or is they just, is they just training me
Well,
because it'll look crazy if they didn't?
well, the thing is, Bomac wasn't even giving him sound advice in the corner. Bomac knew what time it was. Even I think, to be honest with you, Bomac is a average trainer at best.
I
He
feel
only
the same.
the thing is he only found like Terrence Crawford. Uh, he found the diamond in the rough with Terrence Crawford, but Terrence Crawford already had things that he was already using on his own. I equate it to like Manny Pacquiao with Freddie Roach. Like Freddie Roach ain't that good of a trainer. I'm just gonna be real. Freddie Roach
Nah.
ain't a good trainer. Abel Sanchez ain't even a good trainer. The good trainers are like underrated. Like you have Kevin Cunningham, who's a good trainer. You have Bozy Ennis, who's a good trainer. You have Ishmael Salas, who's a good trainer, but they don't mention these names. You know,
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, Bomac ain't no good trainer.
He
He,
not,
he
and I
didn't
was,
give him
and it's
any
crazy, and
advice.
it's
He
crazy. I
he
was
he didn't
saying,
even
I,
he before you go, he didn't even say, "Listen, man, you got to try to time this dude with his speed. When he throws, you got to try to throw before him. You have to use your timing." He didn't say nothing like that. He just said, get on the inside and put your punches together on the inside." It's like, okay, and get countered then.
yeah, it's like, yeah, bro, I'm not. y'all saying this shit from the outside, like this shit different on the inside. And I was gonna say too, like this is the first, and I don't know if you might have seen it when I posted it, but I was like, this is the first time I've ever heard Bomac not have a voice. Like after
Facts.
a fight, like this, that lets you know, like when you training, when Bud fighting, it's like I ain't gotta say shit. Like I
Yeah,
ain't gotta say a
the
motherfucking
crazy thing
thing.
about Bomac though, the crazy thing about Bomac, he'll talk about Earl Spence. He'll mention Earl Spence and shit. He hasn't said a word about no boots innings though. He hasn't said nothing about no boots innings because he knows what time it is. Even Boots said it's different over here, and I have to agree. I have to 110% agree. He,
Yeah,
he
I'm not gonna lie. Like the
Bomac
more
won't
and
even
more,
mention Boots.
the more and more I see it, I see Boots and see how he just carrying himself. I be like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
Niggas ain't gonna want to fight him. Like
listen,
Earl
bro. Let
Spence,
me tell
we
you
not gonna
something.
see that
Let,
fight.
let,
We not gonna
let
see
me
that fight.
let me tell you something, and we'll get back to the Shakur Stevenson performance because I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed the performance. I enjoyed looking at the speed. I enjoyed seeing that he had dog in him. I knew he had dog in him. You know what I mean? I enjoyed that aspect of the performance. Now the thing is though, um, when I went to the press conference with Tank and Rolando Romero Rolly,
Mm-hmm.
I talked to Steven Espinoza. The he basically confirmed the Negro League fighters can't get fights. I asked him, I'm like, yeah, so what's good with Erickson Lubin? When is he gonna have a fight? And he's like, oh well, we're looking at the winner of the Charlo Castano rematch. So I guess they're doing that next year. And he's like, but in the meantime, it's hard to find him an opponent in the meantime. And then I asked him, okay, well, I'm glad you guys made the Thomas Delorme fight with Boots Ennis. He said that fight barely happened. And he even said it's going to be hard to get him more fights. He said it's going to be extremely difficult to give him more fights. Then I asked about David Morrell, and he's like, forget about it. I can't get that guy any fight. And I'm like, yep, Negro League fighters, straight up. And Shakur Stevenson, unfortunately, is going to be in that list right now because Oscar Valdez ain't going to fight that nigga. As a matter of fact, what Shakur Stevenson should do, he should just drop his belts, move up to 135, and try to get a fight with maybe Lomachenko. That would be a good name on his resume, which he'll wash him. I mean, Teofimo's probably gonna move up.
Yeah,
But
Teofimo's gonna do whatever the fuck he can to get away from Devin Haney.
Facts. And that's what I'm saying. If anything, if Shakur Stevenson could get a belt at 135, I think Devin Haney would fight him. I think he
for
would
sure.
be down to fight him. I think that guy would step up and be like, okay, I'll fight you.
And I think honestly, I think Devin is a bad matchup for Shakur. But I could say the same for Shakur.
Okay, so what would you say? What makes Devin a bad matchup for Shakur? I want to hear this.
Because for one, I felt like this when I seen them spar. Like I felt like Shakur might have got the better of Devin in sparring, but I was like, if they fought for another, they only did like 3 rounds, I believe. I'm like, bro, if they fought for another 9 rounds, Devin damn near taking over this fight. Like he's naturally bigger. He don't lack speed. Like he don't lack speed. He got.
He's just as fast.
Yeah, he's just as fast. He got the defense. Shit. Only thing is, it's just like, and I don't know if you know when they sparred, like that was when Shakur was in fucking Olympic form. Like he was getting ready to go to the Olympics. Like Devin was still fairly young. Like it ain't the same Devin now. Like it ain't the same.
It's a different one. It's a different one for sure. Absolutely. Definitely, bro. It's definitely a different Devin. It ain't the same Devin that we're used to seeing. This is a seasoned professional Devin. And I'm not gonna even cap to you. I kind of feel that on the power side, you may have to give it to Devin for the simple fact that, he's broken orbital goals. He's broken.
What orbital did he break?
He broke this dude's face. Like it was this one. I have to find the fight again. And once I find the fight again,
I think it's that one. It's the one he knocked out in the corner, though, right?
It's not the one. It's not the one where he did the winging shot and knocked that nigga out. It's another one where he broke the orbital bone in the round, and then they said, "Oh shit, we got to stop the fight. This nigga's shit is broken."
Oh yeah, see, that's different.
Yeah,
you got to give it to Dev in that case then, because like. I mean, and then you just got to give it to Dev because he's naturally bigger. Like, I just don't feel like he's lacking.
No,
he's not lacking power.
Well, speaking of Devin, let's talk about this. There may be a hiccup in the fight. I thought we were going to get this fight. I thought we were going to
get the Jojo Diaz.
Yeah. I thought we were going to get this fight, but guess what? There may be a hiccup in that fight. The problem is Jojo Diaz is dragging his feet when it comes to this VADA testing, signing up for VADA. I just read on the tweet with Devin Haney. So
You don't
it's
want to
like,
take the
nigga,
body
what do you
test.
have to hide? Nigga, what do you have to hide then?
Yeah, that's kind of iffy.
Yeah. So that's why we're waiting for. I mean, terms have been agreed. Don't get it twisted. The terms have been agreed, but it's just that he's not. What you call it? He's not confirming everything because in the terms of VADA testing, you know. So I don't know why
Mm.
it's taking so long. If you're a clean fighter, you're just gonna sign.
Yeah, hey, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be like shit to talk about.
Yeah, and like that's the thing. Like people keep on. This is one thing I dislike that a lot of these Canelo fans will say, a lot of these Ryan Garcia fans will say, a lot of these Virgil Ortiz fans will say, a lot of them will say this is that oh um Devin Haney and such are working for Victor Conte. Kay LaPlante is working with Victor Conte, one of the biggest drug cheats in the world. And it's like, okay, bro, if he was involved in that, wouldn't that let you know that maybe perhaps he knows the ins and outs of what's going on, and so he knows what not to use
Yeah,
instead
exactly.
of what to use? Like it's like dead. It for me is stupid when they do that comparison. You know, the only other fight I can see maybe Shakur Stevenson taking, but even I think Shakur Stevenson will overwhelm this dude. I think Shakur Stevenson will beat this dude's ass. Cause you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. He's kind of like he rubbed me the wrong way. Just basically like talking like all this shit and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But Chris Colbert Chris Colbert would get worked by Shakur Stevenson,
you
in
think
my
so?
opinion. Yeah, because the thing is that although he can switch hit, although he can do all of that stuff, Shakur Stevenson is just kind of bigger. You know, he's bigger and he can do
What he
he,
does?
he, he can do what he does, but he can do it like without letting you know he's doing it. Whereas like Chris Colbert, he has to let you know he's doing it. You know what I mean?
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I definitely see that. I can see what you're saying.
Yeah. Now in this fight, what were you saying when you just saw Shakur Stevenson at the beginning just like pick this nigga apart? Like what was in your mind?
I just knew it was going to be a long fucking night for one. Like it was just, it was just one of them things. Like you just know when, like, yeah, this, like I knew this shit was gonna be one sided. Then you see it and you like, nah, this shit is meant to be one sided. Like whenever I find myself kind of feeling bad for an opponent, come on now, like that just says everything. I'm not one to
Right,
really feel bad for nobody other than,
right,
like
right,
people that's misfortunate. You know what I'm saying? And it's not never
right,
like even then it's like shit. It take me a while to feel bad. Like I like you
right,
know what I'm saying. I'll always be like that's unfortunate. Like if I could help
right,
out,
right,
I help
right,
out.
right, right,
And boxing,
right.
it's like shit. I know what the fuck y'all getting into. Like y'all know what
Yeah,
y'all getting into. So it ain't
yeah,
no
yeah,
reason
yeah, yeah, yeah,
for y'all to you know what I'm
yeah.
saying. Like it ain't no reason for me to feel sorry for you. So when I start to feel bad for a fighter, it's cause damn, like bro, you really this nigga really just outmatched. Like he's really just
Facts,
outmatched.
facts, facts,
Like
facts.
and this fucked up when you feel like
Yeah,
damn this motherfucker's outmatched,
yeah.
but at the same time like shit this the fight business. Like
This
you feel me?
business.
This
Yeah, it's a
this shit
business.
is called the hurt business for a reason.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. You know, that's the truth. And the thing is like, I mean, I can't really use the age factor because of the simple fact you had dudes like Floyd who like were like 36, 37, and they just mollywopped younger cats, you know? Like he mollywopped Canelo very well. Eric Landy Lara still mollywopping niggas, stuff like
yeah,
that. It's just what I think happened with Herring is that he once because I mean I'm not saying Shakur had like bone breaking power, but he had think about power.
Yeah,
I
and
got to
that's what
think
I was
about this
saying.
shit
And
power.
me and my pops was talking about that. Like he don't like you could tell he don't got like knockout power, but he got enough power to where you like, damn, I can't just come in here reckless. And mind you, it ain't even just the fact he hit hard enough to get that out of you. It's the fact this motherfucker picks his shots like he does. So it's like,
Right,
bro, I'm not finna sit there and leave myself open so he could just hit me in my fucking chin, square on the button, and now I'm knocked out. Like, bro, I'm
yeah,
not doing that. Like, you gotta
right,
be
right, right,
calculated with how you
right,
move. Like,
right,
okay,
right,
how I'm finna close the gap, how I'm finna like.
right.
And
Yeah,
honestly, I was
no,
watching Shakur. Like, the only type of fighter that'll give him problems if you not the same type of fighter as him. Like I said, I think Devin will get him because I feel like that'll be a chess match. And
and to your point, I think Devin Haney would like be able to keep him on the outside, but Devin Haney can fight on the inside
and
too,
that's what I was gonna say. He
in
would
case he,
force Shakur to have to come closer and fight on the
yeah,
inside. And I think
yeah,
Devin inside game is better than Shakur.
yeah, yeah. Nah, I think Devin Haney may have like the sauce to do it. You know, people like come to this page and they're all critical of me for writing for Devin Haney. Well, I've never seen the nigga have to beg his mandatory to fight.
Like, come on,
I've
bro.
never seen
How do
that
I
shit.
got two mandatories and I got one mandatory and he want to fight the second the person that'll be the mandatory if he wasn't the mandatory for an elimination like a title and them eliminator. But it's like, nigga, you got the shot already. Why do you want to go fight him? Oh, you want a confidence? Oh, you want to go see if you could beat him?
Exactly.
Like,
So
and
this is
then you
why I
that
don't know
build your
why people
confidence
get.
to want to fight. Man, fuck y'all.
Yeah, I don't know why niggas get mad when like I just say like, yo, this nigga is trying to fight. Like this nigga has to beg his mandatories to fight him. So why are you niggas like thinking like you have a lot of these people say, oh, Devin Stanky Legs Haney, Devin Pillow Fist Haney, and then I say to them, well, you fight him then. You fight him if he's that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if
Like
he
you
that.
get in there with him. You go to Las Vegas and go spar him if you think you have what it takes to hit him or stuff like that. These fanboys are stupid, bro. The thing is with this boxing, you have to kind of try to use logic and also use like what you see from the eye test. What you see from the eye test is that, for example, with the Devin Haney and Gamboa fight, he couldn't really do nothing because Gamboa was smothering him most of the time.
Yeah, he was holding all night.
Yeah, so what do you expect? You know, he's only giving using what he can, what he has. You know,
Yeah,
and then you look at a guy like, for example, you know, they're big on Teofimo Lopez, and it's like, nigga, all Teofimo Lopez. I'm sorry to say it, no disrespect, but all Teofimo Lopez is good for is like pretty much counterpunching, and that's it. You know, he tries to time you. That's pretty much it. Whereas, like, if you get a guy who is faster than him and can throw punches and bunches, then you're gonna have problems. He's gonna have problems, and that's Devin Haney.
yeah, exactly. And I honestly, I Devin energy just like I feel like
G checked him 2 times, three times
I
actually.
feel like ain't
He
nobody gonna
G checked
mention
him
Devin
three
name.
times.
Devin not going. Shakur won't say Devin name, and Devin won't say Shakur name just because Shakur is smaller. Like, you know what I'm saying, but they done said it. They done said it. Like they plan on meeting. You know what I'm saying, for a big money fight in the future. But Devin energy though, I that nigga energy just be too different, bro. Like he like when he
Bro,
seen him
bro,
on
he G
ringside,
checked.
then he went to the
He
interview and
listen.
was like, "This nigga's not gonna do a motherfucking thing, so y'all don't gotta worry
Exactly,
about shit."
exactly,
Like,
exactly. He G checked him twice, bro. He G checked him twice. He G checked him twice, and it's like, and then Tiafimo, what I didn't like is he felt it was okay to drop the N bomb, and it's like, yo, why are you dropping the N bomb? You
yeah,
know, you can chill out. He's like, after I knock this nigga out, I'm just gonna this, that, and the other. And then some guy had the nerve to leave a comment on my page. Oh, we all come from Africa. How come he can't use the N word? First of all, because he's not a N word. Okay, he doesn't have a complexion of an N word. That is why. He's a damn Spaniard. Okay, that's why he can't use it. Okay,
Facts.
it doesn't matter if the first fossils came from Africa. Okay, it doesn't matter that I mean, man, I was like, yo, you can't make this shit up. You know, you can't make this shit up.
You can't.
Yeah, nah, but that to be honest with you, bro, in the Teofimo saga, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't fight Cambosis and he just decides, you know what, we're gonna move up and we're gonna fight someone out of catchweight. I wouldn't be surprised if he does that, bro. I really wouldn't be surprised if he pulls out of this fight because the fight has been delayed so much that it's like what's the deal? You know, this fight should have been happening, but he's been after so much money, thinking that he's the eight, like he thinks he's an attraction, and really he's not really an attraction. You know, despite the fact that he beat Lomachenko, I give him respect for that victory. He gets my respect for fighting who people said was pound for pound, like numero uno. But the fact of the matter is, he doesn't there's nobody really checking for him like that, man.
Nah, for real.
I mean, that's how I feel. I mean, nobody's really calling for Teofimo.
Don't nobody. Yeah, that I don't like. Like Chain said, that motherfucker needs to worry about selling some tickets.
Facts. True story. He needs to worry about selling tickets. And for real, truthfully speaking, he needs to worry about that.
That motherfucker can't sell out shit.
He can't. And the thing is, his dad be gassing him up so much, and his dad dropped the M-bomb before too. And I think he got checked on it too. They need to stop doing that, man. Dropping M-bombs. They need to cut that shit out. Because I know if I was in person, I would have checked them too, my damn self.
Yeah, because you can't. What the fuck is you doing?
I would have been like, yo, you think it's cool to drop M-bombs?
Like y'all using that shit a little too freely.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I did catch I want to go into something else, but kudos to Shakur, man. The performance, I mean, I really liked it. I just really kind of felt that Jamal Herring, I don't know, it may have been an off night or something. I don't really know, man, but it just didn't seem like there was an urgency to do something like make him smother his shots or something like that, or it just didn't seem like that, from what I saw. You know what I mean? But I like what I see from Shakur, man. The defense was good. But of course, a lot of these fans are going to say, oh, he was running the whole night and all this other bullshit. I know that's coming. In fact, I see a couple of comments right now saying, oh, he was running. I already, unfortunately, I see these comments already. But
you already know that's going to be a thing every time.
Now, but now I want to switch to the Showtime All Access Canelo Caleb Plant. What do you think about that one? The first episode. What do you think?
I feel like I don't know. I feel like it could be me just being on riding with Caleb, but I feel like Canelo like he know what the fuck he up against. Like I ain't gonna say I seen some like he's scared, but I heard some concern in his, in his voice. Not even, I ain't even gonna say concern, but it's clear he knows who he's up against.
Now, Now, what do you think about the show, though? Do you think they kind of like catered to Canelo more? You know, they were showing his family life so much. They were
Oh
showing
yeah, for
his
sure. But I feel like
golfing
they I feel like
and
that happens because they they probably gonna do this same for Caleb on the next, you know what I'm saying, like the
that's
next episode.
now it's crazy because I found the article. Well, first and foremost, this is the first thing. Um, I think when people fight Canelo, like Billy Joe Saunders, like Callum Smith, like Rocky Fielding, I think they honestly wanted a paycheck more than they did they wanted to win. That's my personal opinion. That a paycheck was more important than winning, you know. So I think they went into the fight. They respected him so much. They were like, "Oh my God, I'm getting a chance. I'm getting a life changing payday. So I don't need to do much. Like I don't need to do much to like get my payday. You know, I can just kind of like bullshit around." So on the flip side, though, I see Caleb Plant, and it seems like he's like, I want to beat this nigga's ass.
Yeah, like I want to beat the shit out of him. Like I'm
Yeah, I
not.
want to beat this nigga's ass. And to take it a step further, I found an article on boxing scene, and Andre Ward has chimed in and feels that Caleb Plant can stop Canelo.
Yeah, I seen
Um,
that. I was reading that
it-
on your page.
he's he said that if Caleb Plant gets off early, um, there's a possibility that he can stop him. The article in that article, they really don't like Canelo either. And the thing is, I agree with certain points they make about Canelo. Like my personal opinion, Canelo fights the same way he fought. Canelo fights the exact same way he fought Austin Trout as he does now. He fights the exact same way. The only difference is he has steroids. Because
For real.
even that article alluded to Eddie Reynoso miraculously solving Canelo's stamina problems, insinuating that this nigga's on juice to the gills.
Yeah.
So
I seen. I was reading that shit. Like,
yeah,
damn. Like whoever wrote this shit.
they don't like that nigga. So listen, and I'm gonna just stop with this, and I want your opinion about that. I mean, it's far fetched, in my opinion. It's very far fetched because he's gonna have to dog walk him, meaning he's gonna really have to dog walk the crap out of him. But um, what I will say is that Canelo, this is how I describe Canelo as a fighter. And even like, say, if I had kids who were boxers, I
Mm-hmm.
would have them watch like Shakur Stevenson. I will have them watch Demetrius Andrade. I will have them watch fighters like that of that caliber. I'm like, this is who you have to watch. You have to watch this guy to learn the game of boxing, to win your amateur fights and things like that. I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
have them watch Virgil Ortiz. I wouldn't have them watch a Canelo. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I wouldn't have them watch a Canelo. All Canelo does is come forward and use upper body movement to slip the couple of punches that people throw. And all he looks to do is load up and hit you with some power punches, or or he'll wait for you to maybe come and throw something at him to counter you. But other than that, he doesn't do stuff that Shakur did, which was like use distance deception, use angles, um, like use combinations top to bottom.
And he don't
He
do shit
doesn't
like.
do those.
And I'm thinking like I feel like that like the he don't do little shit like I feel like you said he used a lot of upper body movement to dodge punches. Like it ain't really never from below the waist. Like he don't, you know what I'm saying? It's never really below the waist movements that's getting him out of the way. It's always upper body, right?
Right.
I
Because
can
I'm
see
telling you,
Caleb Plant really fucking Canelo up just by rotating and pivoting, and you know what I'm saying, how he rotates, and you know he throws a punch, then he rotates, slip, and now he's on the side of you, and you
I
looking
really hope, bro.
in
I
front of
really
like
hope
you
it can
looking,
happen. I
huh?
really hope it can. I really hope it can happen like that. Because the thing is, I don't know what it is, but the only fighter in the Eddie Reynoso camp who has footwork is Frank Sanchez. That's it.
The big
Other
guy.
than that, all them niggas don't have footwork. And the reason why Frank Sanchez has footwork is he comes from that Cuban school where they
From
teach
that
footwork.
Cuban
They
background.
they teach footwork before throwing punches.
Yeah. Then off of the footwork, they teach you defense and how to throw punches out of defense. Like I feel like they teach you like the shit that for one we don't teach, and then it's like they teach you shit that's overlooked. Like okay,
Right,
I could slip a jab, but as I slip the jab, I'm finna throw an uppercut to the solar plex. Like
right,
that shit
right.
is like bro, like I was watching. I'm not sure if I think I mentioned him before, but Dimitri Pirog.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
He like I was watching. I just watched the Danny Jacobs fight with him and Danny Jacobs yesterday, and I was just looking at
Right,
like some of the shit he was doing, and I'm like, this motherfucker fights so unorthodox. He fights so unorthodoxly, like technically sound. Like he'll
right,
throw a punch and out of orthodox, and his positioning to keep like have him square up. This motherfucker just switch southpaw and throw something out of
right,
that, and then get right back to
right,
orthodox. But it's like this
right,
motherfucker ain't getting hit. Like it
right.
was early first round. Danny Jacobs came out, hit him with a right, boom. He was like, okay,
Hmm.
you know, nice right hand. It didn't buckle him or nothing. Nice right.
Hmm.
It landed,
Right,
scored everything. Then
right.
like some time went by, Danny Jacobs threw a couple jabs. Pirog slipped him.
Hmm.
Then about 15, 20 seconds after that, uh, Jacobs throws a jab. Pirog slips it and throws something straight to the body.
Right,
And it's like that shit right there. How you thinking? Like, okay, all right, this motherfucker. Like, I threw a right hand. He got hit. I threw that right hand again. He slipped it. I threw a
right,
jab. He slipped it. I threw two more jabs. He slipped both of them. Then I threw a jab again. This nigga slipped it and hit me in my stomach.
right,
Okay, now I'm thinking like, okay, I gotta be careful how I pick my shots because if I miss,
right,
this motherfucker gonna make me pay. That now
right.
I'm in your head. Like now I'm in your head.
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
and and shit like that, bro. Like that you don't you don't see Canelo do shit like that. You don't see Canelo do
And
shit.
here's the thing about the Canelo situation. The only reason why people are like, yeah, 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 is because the fans in the arena cheer for everything he throws, even when a shot is blocked. They're still cheering for
Yeah,
even when a shot is like blocked on the glove or blocked by the elbow or something like that. They're still cheering. So it makes it look like he's doing more than he's actually doing.
yeah.
Hmm.
And I could definitely see that.
Hmm.
Definitely.
Hmm.
I don't know. Like the more and more we get closer to this fight with Canelo, I just feel like like how Canelo's like, he's tall, he got the good, long, got a good jab. Like, oh, so you know what the fuck you in there against.
Hmm.
Like and then it
Hmm.
almost makes me seem like he said something and he was like, I'm confident. He was like not in a scared way, but
Hmm.
and just and I'm like, why would you even say that? Like, why would you even
Hmm.
like what like who nobody do shit. Actual fans, shit, you winning in 6 rounds. Shit, actual fans, you already won off the press conference. So
Yeah, ask your fans. No, ask your
who think
fans.
you scared? Like who's saying you
No, no,
scared?
no. No, ask your fans, and and they think he knocks him out in two or knocks him out in like 3 rounds, you know?
Yeah, so it's like who you like who where'd you get why you feel like you gotta say you not scared? Nobody thought that. But when you don't nobody know what you think in your own head.
Mm-hmm.
He very well could be trying to build up confidence.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then shit, he could. I don't see it happening, but shit, he could build up the confidence and go in there and be a whole different fighter. Like he come in there,
Mm-hmm.
fucking feeling invincible. This motherfucker
Mm-hmm.
moving his legs and lower body now. Like you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it happens. I honestly think, and I tell my pops like he'd be like another finna whoop his ass. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, shit, I just personally, I just don't see it. Like,
Well, put it this way, man. And I've said it, I'm gonna say it. I've said it before, I'll say it again. If Caleb Plant wins, this will open up so many fights in boxing. It will open up fights in 2 divisions.
and that's what boxing needs, and that's why I feel I
Okay, you
honestly,
will have fights.
apart
You
from me just
instead
feeling like Caleb
instead of
wins,
people look, instead of people holding their breath for a Canelo fight, they would probably start to fight each other now, especially at that 175 division. They'll finally be like, well, this nigga just lost, so let's just fight each other now. Let's not hold our breath for a fight with him, you know. And I'm gonna let you cook, but I want to say one more thing about that Showtime All Access. I want to say one more thing. What I didn't like is how this guy made it about Mexico. He's like, I'm doing it for Mexico. I'm doing it for Mexico. I'm doing it for the people of Mexico. But when you look at other fighters, even Caleb Plant, he doesn't say, "Oh, I'm doing it. I'm doing it for USA. I'm doing it for the United States." You look at fighters for like who have like backgrounds like Earl Spence, who's of Jamaican heritage. He never says, "Oh, I'm doing this for Jamaica." You look at fighters like Demetrius Andre, who comes from where I come from, Cape Verde. He never says, "I'm doing it for Cape Verde." You look at the Haitian niggas that I F with, like Erickson Lubin. He never says, "I'm doing it for Haiti."
nope.
It's like that's what I don't like, man. So it's like Canelo already feeds into his nationalistic fans. That's what I don't like, man. I didn't like that.
Nah, yeah, that's that's just
You-
normal. That's just normal though. Like they always try to make it like he tried to say like we all come from the bottom.
yeah,
No the fuck everybody doesn't.
right.
Like stop saying that.
Exactly. Stop saying that crap. Nope. Not everybody comes from the bottom. And hell, his bottom may have been a better bottom than where we come from. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not for real. Like I think like bro, like don't say you came from the bottom if where the fuck you came from, like everybody was poor. Like you just was shit. If that's the case, you just was in a fucked up environment. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't you specifically. Like oh everybody around me had this and that, and I was stuck with this. No, everybody had the richest motherfucker in your city caught the bus. Like everybody had it bad. Where you don't try to make it seem like you know what I'm saying. Like
You were the only one.
yeah,
Yeah, like you were the only one. Like for example, like it's like he tries to now even with, for example, Caleb Plant will tell his story and stuff like that about coming from a small place and like the middle of the boondocks. Basically, he came from the boondocks and stuff like that in his situation and stuff like that. um I get it. I get it, and I get what he's been through. I get what he's been through and stuff like that, and that's real struggle. You know what I mean? Like that's real struggle. Whereas, like, if for example, if you Like with Canelo, boxing was all around him. Eddie Reynoso was with that dude since godly, like maybe like 7 years old. So even if you did come from the bottom, you were always in boxing. You were always involved in boxing.
Yeah,
So your environment didn't really even matter because you turned pro at 15. So you didn't even really like have to deal with that much.
yeah. Like, so don't fucking
Listen,
sit up here and talk about you
coming
had it
from the
rough
bottom,
coming
listen,
up. You was fighting
listen, listen.
in clubs.
Exactly. Listen, coming from the bottom is this, my nigga. There's a Nigerian soccer player. This nigga lost his mom and his dad and had to sell water to provide for his family. That's the bottom. Okay? That's
Yeah, see,
coming from the bottom.
that's different.
Yeah,
Like
it's
I'm
like,
not gonna lie,
go
like
ahead.
you can't tell me you can't like. I don't want to hear nobody say they came from the bottom. And after hearing Caleb said like he done had to build himself up, like bro, if you have a daughter, I don't want to hear shit out of your mouth. If you have a mother, I don't want to
Exactly.
hear shit out of your mouth.
Exactly.
And mind you, this shit
Exactly.
didn't happen when somebody was younger and not old enough to realize what the fuck was happening. No, nigga, I'm
Exactly.
old to have a kid, so I'm damn sure old enough to realize, yo, I'm finna lose my daughter. Like
Exactly.
his mom got killed by the police less than 3 years ago.
Facts.
Like, like this is shit that's happening. Like while I'm chasing my dream, and
Right.
this shit fucking me up. It's fucking me up.
Right.
It's fucking me up to the point where it's breaking me down. It's beating me down. But
I'm gonna give you another example. I'm gonna give you another example, bro. Um, Erickson Lubin, when he was an amateur, okay, while he was fighting, and I'm telling you, when he was fighting, he was actually at a fight, okay? One of his mother's friends set up his mother and robbed her. Pistol whipped, it had her pistol whipped and everything while he's at a fight, okay?
while he's actually
Canelo's
at a
mom never
fight.
had to go through that crap. Canelo, and I don't get, this is the thing I don't get, okay? Caleb Plant calls him an MFer, and Canelo used that word all the time. And he's like, don't talk about my mother. And it's like, man, nigga, you were doing it before him to different
Exactly.
fighters.
Exactly. So it's like,
It's like, man, get
come
out of
on, bro.
here.
We not finna do this. We not finna keep doing
Yeah,
this.
for real.
Every
It's
time
like,
you
man, like,
every time your feathers get ruffled, you wanna say, oh, it's they said this.
nah,
What
you know
was
what I
it?
don't like either, too? It's like every time his feathers get ruffled, and the trainer has the nerve to say that people are attacking Mexico. No, people are attacking bad character that happen to be Mexican. That's what it comes down to. Listen, if listen, if you condone cheating, no matter what you are and stuff like that, then it doesn't matter what your background is, okay? And this is why it gets on my nerves when they use this Mexican. Oh, you just hate him because he made it up to the top and he's a Mexican who did it. It has nothing to do with him being Mexican. It has to do with his character and his integrity. That's what it has to do with. And unfortunately, this is just how the ball falls. Most of the people who condone his stupidness and the stuff he do happen to be white and Mexican. Okay. I'll give you and I'm gonna say one more thing, I'll let you cook. For example, when I found out that dude Gene Pascal,
Mm-hmm.
that light heavyweight, when I
Yeah.
found out he was dirty, I unfollowed him because I'm not with that shit. I rock with Haitians very heavily. You know, I like the Haitian fight. Like I mean, I'm not too big on Berto, but I f with the Haitian fighters a lot. You know what I mean? So when he got caught cheating, though, I'm not gonna rock with a nigga who cheats, man. What the hell? And he's a nigga at the
Yeah.
end of the day.
You fight you
But my
cheating the sport.
yeah, but my color has nothing to do with who I rock with. It has to do with you what you do. inside the ring, and also outside the ring if it can affect what you do inside the ring, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what do you think of this Tank Rolly situation? I mean,
The which
this
one?
nigga Rolly came out in a damn chinchilla for the
Hey,
press
that shit
conference.
had me. he said, he said, "This motherfucker said got a fur on. It's 80 degrees outside with
Yeah,
some big ass shoes on. It's a fucking clown."
this nigga had on a chinchilla with
They said he looked like Booty Tang.
yeah, the nigga had on a chinchilla uh with some, I think he had some Crocs on or something like that.
Oh my god, that nigga looked a damn fool. That's what he looked.
Yeah, he had on chinchilla with some Crocs or something.
He had.
Um
He said this motherfucker got a fur on. It's 80 degrees outside.
yeah, the nigga was rocking chinchillas.
Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. That shit had me feeling like I wasn't feeling bad for him because I mean at the end of the day it's just a press conference, but it's just like
Yeah.
damn, like dude, that moment fucked you up.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like you
Yeah,
wrote. I look at it like a battle rapper who just wrote 3 cold ass rounds.
mm-hmm.
I'm talking about 3 cold ass rounds. Like, bro, once I get this shit out, bro, like it's no doubt I'm finna kill this nigga. But
Right.
you just choked. Like I forgot my word.
Right, right, right,
I
right,
forgot my shit. Like I dead ass
right,
don't remember how the fuck I wrote this shit, so I can't even deliver it. But just know
right.
if I get this shit delivered how I did it in my head,
Mm-hmm.
oh, it's a wrap. This guy's done. Like he's out of there. But
Right.
I mean, shit. It's like shit. I just bought a nice gun. But shit, if
Mm-hmm.
somebody come pull up on me and I'm not aware and I don't get to use
Mm-hmm.
that motherfucker, well, shit,
Um,
it's like,
yeah, I mean, he said, well, he said a lot of stuff, but I even think that his coach is kind of crazy. I even think Rolly's coach is kind of
I
crazy.
don't, I, like based off our old, like our previous conversations, I've always felt like he was kind of not slow, but slow.
Hmm. Yeah, his coach, I think, is kind of crazy talking about they don't teach skills. I was listening to that and I'm like, wow, I'm just listening, taking it all in, and I'm like, damn. I mean, skills set up other shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Uh, and so like I even asked Rolly, I asked him, well, you're a Cuban. Why go against the grain of like how you guys have the good footwork, how you guys have the good technical abilities, how you guys can make every opponent look bad? And he said he didn't answer me. He said, didn't Prince Nassim go against the grain? But yeah, he got his ass whooped by Barrera though. Um, and then he's like, didn't Maidana go against the grain? And I'm like, yeah, but Floyd whipped his ass twice. And so it's like that's what I mean. I guess he just has other ideas.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Rolly is a character. I'll tell you that damn
He
much.
is. He is. He is a character. Now, let me ask you this though: do you agree? Because this is what Rolly said. These were the words of Rolly. Do you agree that in the last fight that Tank was getting touched up by Barrios a lot? Do you agree that Tank was getting touched up by Leo Santa Cruz a lot? Do you agree that Tank was even getting touched up by Gamboa a lot? I mean, do you agree with these things that Rolly said?
I mean,
That
yeah, he was getting touched, but it's like shit. What was the outcome of all of them fucking fights?
exactly,
Like,
exactly,
so we could sit up
exactly,
here and say, yeah, he was getting touched, yeah, but what the fuck happened in all of them fights?
exactly, exactly. What was the end product?
Can't none of them 4 fucking people we just named say they made it 12 rounds.
Exactly.
He knocked out every one of them, if I'm not mistaken. The closest
Exactly.
one that got the closest one was damn near. I mean, as far as points, the closest one I feel like was Barrios, because Barrios
Yeah,
was still
Barrio.
he was
Yeah,
winning.
Barrio.
But I
Yeah.
mean, as far as like who actually had the best chance of lasting,
It was Tank.
it was. I mean, it was You said it was him.
It was Tank.
No, I'm saying like out of the fighters, like I think shit, Gamboa was probably the close, like you know what I'm saying, like he did the
Yeah,
most
yeah.
effective touching. I feel like,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
but I
Yeah.
think that was a case of Tank knowing like, man, I know I just gotta get him with these good shots.
Yeah, exactly.
But see, I'm not gonna
Exactly.
lie, Tank is gonna have. I think he know that. Like I think this last fight kind of made him realize, like, yeah, I got power that carry and can get me out of a fucking deep hole.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens when I fucking fight somebody who knows how to keep me from landing in big shots? Like,
Right,
what if I'm down 8 fucking rounds and I fight somebody who knows how to keep me from landing in big shots?
right.
Now I
Yeah,
gotta
no,
use
it's true.
pure fucking boxing abilities to really just outpoint like and really just dominate. You can't do that. Imagine if he was down that much to Devin.
Yeah. Now, how do you think that fight would go with Tank versus Devin Haney? Because at the end,
I think Devin will win just because. See, it's crazy because everybody see Linares hit Devin and be like, "Ooh, shit, that
yeah,
was
yeah,
some good."
yeah, yeah.
But for people got to realize, like that shit happened at the end of the round, bro. Linares
Right, right,
threw
right,
damn near like a fucking 3-4 piece combo, and shit, 2 to 3 of them fucking punches came after the bell. So
right,
like,
right, right.
you know what I'm saying? So you got to think, put yourself in Devin's shoes, like, oh, and I done made you miss hella times. Like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
finna roll this same shit, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get up out of there, and the round's over.
Right, 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 right,
I
right,
look at it the
right.
same way as when Maidana caught Floyd at the end of the round. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? And not a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people seen that, but shit, the ones that really be watching seen it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And
Nah,
he
we
caught
saw
that
it.
nigga.
We
He
saw.
buckled him.
Yeah, he. It was at the end of the round. We saw it.
Like,
You know.
and
Yeah.
it's like shit, bro. Like you gotta nigga. He probably thought like nigga, this shit, nigga, the round over. Okay, but I got caught for sure. But
He
I
ate that
survived.
shit though. He
Yeah.
ate that shit. He
Now
ate that shit like a
you
champ.
gotta know too. I also Linares isn't known for power. So
Yeah. It
if
was
he
just
known
one
for
of those
power, you
shots
think
that.
Devin ain't gonna be on his shit even more? Like
Nah. It was just. You know what it was. It was just one of those shots that he didn't see. He didn't see the shot.
he didn't see it coming. That motherfucker had
Yeah.
something on it. It has something on it. Bro. Like I've been hit with shit like that, and I
Yeah.
didn't buckle or nothing. But it was something that I clearly was like, ooh, like okay,
Yeah.
like you know what I'm saying. And yeah, I say I didn't buckle. I didn't feel my knees buckle, but that don't mean people didn't see me get hit with it and be like, oh yeah, he got hit with something clean.
Right. Nah. Nah. Exactly. Nah, I got hit with some shit like that. I got hit with a body shot and I had to like really mask that like, oh shit, this nigga got me with some shit. I
Yeah,
had to really like I had to really mask, okay, this nigga hit me with a body
like I
shot.
damn near wanted to take a knee, but I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, exactly. I had to play that shit off. I had to like really play that shit off. Like, okay, like yeah, nigga got me, but I
like
gotta
that,
play the shit off.
yeah, bro, I done been hit with some shit like that, and that shit is funny because I got hit like a nigga hit me like in the ear almost, and I felt it like, ooh, I'm like okay, and mind you, it was one of my younger partners, so I'm like, all right, like you got a fight coming up type shit where you thought you did, so I ain't really trying to, you know what I'm saying, just out like I ain't trying to go crazy because I don't want to kill no confidence. But after after that shot though, I had to hit him with that Shakur where he blinds you, like where he he blinds you with his glove and then go to the body with the straight. Oh yeah, I had to give him one of them just to let him know, like, hey, that shit, we not gonna do that. And it's crazy because it's like when I hit him in the body with that shit, I seen the effect, like I seen the step back, like the gallop, like oh shit, hold on. And in my head, I'm like, damn, I really want to jump on him right now, but I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Oh, your shit muted.
I'm gonna be honest
Oh,
with
there
you,
we go.
bro. Um, the thing is that with Devin Haney, people just like discount him and things like that. But when I send you this video of the broken orbital, it doesn't look. You don't necessarily need bone breaking power, and it's not how hard you punch someone, but it's where you punch someone.
Yeah, it's that placement.
Yeah, if you punch someone like in a certain place, then it can just make everything go bad. And he did that in that fight, you know.
Like you hit a
That's the
nigga in the
thing.
chin in the right spot. I don't give a fuck if he get up.
Hmm.
He not gonna fight the same.
Right. And and that's what we saw in the fight tonight. Okay. Once Shakur had that nigga lump, eyes all puffy and shit, that's all he went for. It's like this nigga can barely see. Let me just go for that.
Yep,
You know? Didn't necessarily come from power. It came from accumulation though.
for sure. Placement,
That's what I'm
placement of the
saying.
punches.
And so that's what I'm saying. Like, this is what I'm going to say about these Negro League fighters from the Andres, from the Morels, from the Shakur Stevensons, from the Devin Haneys. And I hate to really bring the race into it and stuff like that. But if you want these results that these guys are getting, perhaps maybe you need to get with trainers who do things like this. You guys only have one way of training. That's the whole thing. You guys only have one way of training. Whereas like a trainer like Shakur's trainer, like a Cunningham or something, they have many ways of training fighters
Yeah,
to do different things. But even I mean, I'm sorry to say this, but I mean, come forward style can only get you so far when you have someone who has that kind of skill set as a Shakur. I'm just saying.
yeah.
I'm just saying, man.
You ain't
That's what I'm
lying.
saying. And this is what I'll say. You may have to look past nationality and just look at the truth of like how it's going down and what you consider running, you know?
Yeah,
Now,
that shit crazy how they pick and choose that shit too.
yeah,
Like they pick and
look,
choose who they want to say the
yeah,
runners are and
yeah,
whatnot.
yes, exactly. They pick and choose. Like for example, Shakur Stevenson, they said he ran tonight, but when Lomachenko does movements and stuff like that, they're like, oh, he's not running. He's using a good defense. That's
Hey,
what they do. They do that shit all the time. You
I
know.
don't like that. They call the black fighters running. They call, you know what I'm saying, that we always, that shit crazy to me.
Yeah, it's bizarre, bro. It's really bizarre. Yeah.
It's like, come on, man. Like, let's just keep this shit, you know what I'm saying? Let's call it straight up all the way across
Yeah.
the board.
Yeah. Exactly. Um, I really think Devin Haney should sue the WBC though. Me personally, I really think he should sue them
Why you say that?
because number one, it's like Lomachenko. For one, this is why I have to say, number one, he didn't want just to be given a belt. He wanted a fight for the belt.
Mm,
They should have made Lomachenko fight for made him Lomachenko fight him. in the beginning, and we wouldn't have this fiasco that we have right now. They should have been like, well, nah, we're not going to franchise you. You're going to have to fight him. That's the thing. You're going to have to fight this guy. Because the reason why I say this is because now you have the decaf saying, oh, he's an email champ. Oh, he's a fake champ. Oh, he was so it's like, okay, if he's a fake champ, why was he given the damn belt? Like, what was the point? Like, I can understand if Lomachenko vacated the belt to move up or move back down, I would get it, but he didn't do that. So that's the first reason why I would sue them. I would be like, well, man, you didn't even let me fight for the damn. You didn't even let me fight for the damn belt. You guys like just franchise that guy. That's the first. That's the first reason I would sue him. Second reason I would sue him is because of them trying to make title eliminators when the fight with Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell was an
The
eliminator
title eliminator.
for that belt, and then the Jojo Diaz Fortuna fight was the title eliminator for the WBC belt, but then you were trying to make Ryan Garcia Jojo Diaz. I would have sued the shit out of them if I was Devin Haney.
I mean, yeah. Cause what the fuck?
It's like you're playing Mickey Mouse games. And that's not cool.
Yeah, nah, you bullshitting.
Yeah. Trying to think of some other fights we have coming. Terrence Crawford talks about the Sean Porter fight and things like that. I mean, what do you think, man?
I don't know, man. I think Crawford gonna damn near do him bad. Honestly, I don't know.
You know what, bro? The thing is, and I said this before, I mean, size doesn't necessarily matter. But it's just Sean Porter is stocky as shit. He's stocky. Like, I don't know if Terrence Crawford has fought anybody that stocky. So
He damn near hasn't.
so you have to keep in mind that he is gonna headbutt, and he's gonna throw elbows. So it's like, because I mean, even with Danny Garcia, he just roughed that nigga up. That's what he did. That's how he won the fight. He roughed Danny Garcia up. Danny Garcia threw a couple of counter punches, but that was about it. Other than that, he didn't really do much,
Yeah, that. I just feel like the way he fight it plays right into uh it plays right into Crawford's hands.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
just how I feel. I just feel like he gonna walk into some shit.
yeah, 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 definitely. I can see that happening. I can see that happening.
I just see him walking into some shit.
Yeah. No, I can see that happening. I can see him walking into some things, you know.
We gonna see though, but I just don't like. I just think Crawford is gonna have his way in that one.
You know what? He may have his way, you know. He may have his way.
I think that's what he gonna do. Honestly, I don't see I don't see how Crawford. I mean how Porter can get Crawford's respect.
Right. You know, um, you know, the thing is Porter doesn't punch hard, right?
Nope.
He doesn't punch hard. But what he does is he just punches annoyingly. Like, he's the type of dude who will throw like punches and bunches and maybe a lot won't land, but that annoying one will land. You're like, damn it, because you're is he throws annoying shit.
Yeah.
Um,
I just I
go ahead.
I just seen like I just seen how what's the name did, like how Ugas was able to slip shots while they was
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah,
team,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I just feel like shit Crawford can do that,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and Crawford got more dog in him.
yeah. More dog. Yeah, he got more dog. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Back to the Canelo thing. Canelo doesn't really have dog in him. As many people think, he really doesn't have dog in him. Like if you put it this way, if you're of the right size and stuff like that, and if you're of like if you basically are able to be like a solid and not afraid nigga, then the dog you can like dog him because Floyd dogged him and he's smaller.
He just wasn't
You would think,
scared.
yeah, you would think that like him being the bigger fighter would like okay, I'm gonna impose my will on this little nigga.
Yeah, I'm gonna
But
just
he
walk him
didn't.
down and lean on him and
Exactly.
just
He
rough
didn't
him
do it
up.
though.
He
He
couldn't.
didn't do it. He didn't do it. So I think if a nigga like Demetrius Andre got in there or David Morrell got in there, they would dog him because they have dog. They would be like, they may take his shit and be like, oh, okay, I got you then. That's my personal opinion. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but everything is leaning towards that, you know. Because if you're a fighter who can fight at many distances, then you can pretty much impose your will. And that's what Shakur Stevenson did tonight.
Yeah, he opposed
That's
his
the
will
thing.
for sure.
That's the thing. He fought at different distances. He fought close range, far range, some mid range, and that's what he did. I'm pleased with his performance. But I'm not pleased with Tim Bradley's commentary. That dude needs to shut up sometimes.
Yeah, that Bradley be pissing me off.
He
I'll be
really
like,
does.
damn, bro, you be talking shit like you was just one of the best.
Exactly.
Like you talk shit like you was just that dude. Like,
Exactly. 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 That's
trust
why I
me,
don't
pal,
like
you're not
about
that
that
guy.
fool. That's why I don't like about that fool. Um, so there probably are going to be some good fights next year. They're finishing the year off strong, but um, not now. What do you think of Anthony Joshua? He's shopping around for a new trainer. Who do you think he should go with in order to maybe have a puncher's chance at beating Usyk? Who do you think he should go with?
Say that one more time.
Who do you think that Anthony Joshua should go with training wise, since he's shopping around for a new trainer? Um, for the Usyk rematch, who do you think he should go with?
I think he should keep fucking with Ronnie Shields.
You think Rodney Shields would be the best fit for him?
I think he need a, like, you know what I'm saying, he needs some American style. So shit. I honestly I'd probably say Derek James.
What would make you say Derrick James? Because of the Earl Spence body work?
that and just I just look at Earl I just look at James is just a better overall trainer. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he knows how to train different styles.
Yeah, yeah, nah. I can see that. I can see that. I can see him doing that, going with him. Um Ronnie Shields does have some experience with heavyweights, so I can see that happening too. I don't know how Derek James' experience is with heavyweights. I don't know if
Yeah,
he's had any in the stable, but Ronnie Shields in the past, he's had a lot of heavyweights in the stable. So I can see that happening, you know.
I definitely could.
Yeah, I don't know though. I really
Shit,
don't know who he should go with,
he can't go with
you know.
Sugar Hill.
Nah, conflict of interest. Conflict of interest, basically, you know. Very much a conflict of interest. He can't, um, he should go with Malik Scott.
Hell no. He better he better stay the fuck away from him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get why you would hire a nigga who knocks you out. You know, I just never got that.
That nigga took a dive.
Yeah, I never got like why you would hire a nigga who knocked you out. You know, that's the thing. Hey, what do you think of this though? I don't know how true it is, but they said that nigga Wilder had a concussion from the third round on. That's what they said.
They said this nigga had a broken hand, all type of
They
shit.
Yeah, they said that nigga had a concussion from the third round on. You know, that's what they
Yeah,
said, bro. I don't know how true that is, but shit. If he had a concussion from then on, shit, that's I guess that's more respect for continuing on, you know?
yeah. Got to give him his props.
Yeah, but at the
Cause I
same
know
time,
that shit wasn't easy.
he didn't listen though to his corner. That was his problem, throwing the whole kitchen sink from round one on.
Yeah, I will say
Instead
that
of pacing,
he didn't
and
he
notice
didn't
that about this fight, Shakur was pacing himself. Shakur was pacing himself. It's like, okay, let me just, hit you with some jabs, hit you with this, and then I'm gonna get my shit off once I got you. He didn't throw the whole kitchen sink in the first round.
yeah,
That's what make
I just
I,
think that
I
that's
like that
that's
nigga, man.
that's his match. That's his match. That's his kryptonite.
Nah, I like, when I look at it, I prefer Devin Haney to Shakur Stevenson, but I still like Shakur Stevenson, I
Yeah,
still F I still F with Shakur Stevenson. But I F with Devin Haney the most, because he G checks niggas. He G checked Tiafimo 3 times already. Actually make it 4 times. There was actually I'm gonna tell you a story of what happened. Um Tiafimo and his dad even admitted that it was cap because he's like, oh, we're just trying to get Tiafimo a fight. Um Tiafimo and his dad lied and said they made Devin Haney cry in sparring. You know, they lied. It was a long time ago. He's like, you see these guys, these tough guys, but we make them cry in sparring. He said that. And then also Devin Haney's father also said that we beat him up in sparring. However, Teofimo, it was at a top rank fight. Devin Haney G checked Teofimo and said, you couldn't even hit me in sparring. I
yeah, I
handled you in
remember that.
sparring. Yeah, he's like, I handled you in sparring. You couldn't even hit me. The energy was way different. He's like, nigga, I get paid from the networks directly. He's like, I'm on a whole different level. He like just basically shitted on his whole top rank contract. You saw Teofimo like just like shrivel up. He said we can make this fight happen right now, and then Teofimo plays it off saying we're two great fighters and eventually it will happen and stuff like that. And then even, Devin Haney said, man, I can't wait to beat this flat-footed bum's ass. G checks him all the time. He
Yeah, he
G
be
checks
fucking with
this
that
nigga
nigga
all the
crazy.
time. All the time he G checks him, man. I love this. Because Teofimo, he's like, he tries to play this fake bravado. And then here's another thing that happened. And then you can cook. Teofimo tried to lie about a meeting with Bob Arum. Bob Arum even said the meeting wasn't about no damn Teofimo fight. He even said, oh, there's a lot of fights on the table, not necessarily a Teofimo Lopez fight is what the meeting was about. Bob Arum said this. So you see how the dad and Teofimo try to cap and try to say, oh, there was a meeting with Bob Arum, but they never showed up. And the meeting had nothing to do with them fighting.
Yeah, see,
You know what I mean?
they. That's why I don't believe half this shit I be hearing.
Facts. What do you think of now? For you personally, what do you think of Teofimo as a fighter? You personally?
I think he's solid. He's solid. I just, I don't.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this: do you think he does anything special that makes you say, "Damn"?
Nah, he just hit. He just hit hard.
Yeah.
He just hit hard.
Yeah. Yep.
That's it. That's all. He just hit hard.
I have to agree, bro. I have to agree, 100%. I just think he hits hard myself, bro.
Yeah,
I don't think
that's pretty much the only special effect he's got. Like, he just hits hard.
Yeah, that's it. And he times you with the hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he times you with hard hitting,
Yeah, I don't see nothing special in him.
But now, it's like, damn, I gotta watch this fight over again to dissect everything that Shakur Stevenson did in that fight, because I was kind of like caught up in the moment of him putting his shit together and stuff like that. So I gotta watch that fight again. And then I'm also gonna watch the fight where whatchamacallit broke the orbital bone of the other guy. Devin Haney broke the orbital bone. So these are some of the fights that I'll have to watch again, because as I said, if you want to learn boxing, you have to watch these type of fighters. I'm sorry to say it, but you can't really watch a Virgil Ortiz who blocks shots with his head, nor can you watch like a Oscar Valdez.
Punching straight on the forehead.
Yeah, nor can you watch an Oscar Valdez, who I still say he lost his last fight.
Oh yeah, for sure.
His face said it all.
Yeah, ain't no way in hell he won that shit. But
let these fans tell it. They be like, oh, he won. The other they'll say, oh, he was running. The other guy was running.
Man, that's crazy. But let Oscar had been the other guy, and they would have said he boxed the shit out of him.
Exactly.
They pick
now. Did you catch a post-fight interview with Shakur, and did he call Oscar Valdez out? Although we know Oscar Valdez ain't gonna fight.
I didn't even catch it because I just shit. I'm not gonna lie, I just stopped. But and I usually watch that shit on YouTube. It give me something to watch on YouTube. But I already said Oscar Valdez ain't finna fight him.
Right. Nah, he ain't gonna fight him.
He not finna fight him. He'll go fight Miguel Burchell again before he fight him.
Yeah, he'll fight a rematch with Miguel Burchell. He'll give him a rematch. Yeah. Because at this point, I don't know of any other 130 pounders he could fight.
Nah, somebody might have to move up or something.
Yeah. The thing is, the Cuban kid, he may be too big. He may be too small for 130. That's the problem. but he would still beat the shit out of Oscar Valdez. But he may be too small. That's the only problem with it. But the guy Robisi Ramirez, he would probably beat the shit out of Oscar Valdez.
Yeah, that'd be a good fight. I'd like to see Shakur fight him.
Yeah, it's just I'm
Robicia,
afraid, but I'm afraid that even 126 may be too much for him. I think he may be better at 122. So if he goes to 130, he'll be a blown up like 130. That's the only problem.
you don't think he could beat Shakur?
At this level, I don't know, bro. That may be kind of hard. I think Shakur's too big for him, bro. Truthfully speaking, I think Shakur would be too big for him, bro. Like that's just my personal opinion.
And I ain't gonna lie, he damn near got that Olympics shit on his mind still.
Yeah, exactly. And then on top of that, it's like when you look at Shakur's frame, it's just like that nigga's a big 130. That's the thing. I've always said this nigga is a big 130, you know? And so I think he would be too big for him. Because even at 126, like Robisi Ramirez kind of looks a little bit blown up at one or at 126, you know.
Really?
Yeah, kind of, you know. Now, what do you think of Mikey Garcia, bro?
Ooh, that man. Ain't no such thing as a tune-up fight.
Right.
Like that shows you that for sure. Like it ain't no such thing as a tune-up fight.
Now, let me ask you this, bro. And you can agree to disagree, or you can just give your personal opinion. Do you think that the Earl Spence fight took some shit out of Mikey Garcia, although he didn't knock him out?
Yeah, definitely. He put an O on his record.
I keep on telling people that. I keep telling people that.
That's for sure something it did. He took his O away from him, so that does something.
Not only that, though, it was just he was hitting him with some shit.
Yeah,
Although he was
like
outboxing him, like, don't get me wrong, he wanted to outbox him. That was his intention. But I mean, he was hitting him with looping shits and just all types of shit. I mean, let's just keep it a buck. Maybe Earl Spence is not the biggest puncher at 147, but he's one of the more effective punchers. Because when you look at it, has Danny Garcia been back? Danny Garcia hasn't even fought again since Earl Spence.
I know, damn. Like I was just thinking, like, what the fuck? He was talking about moving up to 154.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is like, okay, well, he may not be the biggest puncher, but he's making niggas like, man, I don't feel like fighting anymore.
Yeah, they ain't in a rush to get back in the fucking ring.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
this is saying he takes shit out of you. Oh, that's what I'm trying to say, but people think I'm tripping when I say this. That like, yo, this nigga takes a lot out of you. Because he, unlike a lot of fighters, later in the fight, that's when he gets stronger. Yeah, people
He
don't
damn near
realize that.
very well might be taking shit out of his opponent.
Listen, bro. When you watch a fight with him, he gets stronger in the later fight, and this has been since the beginning of his career. So I can't say, like, for example, I like people who I'm not gonna even say his name, but people who have stamina issues and what have you. Um, he never had those issues since the beginning of his career. it's always been like, okay, start off slow, and then I'm gonna start putting shit on you. We saw that in the Chris Van Heerden fight. We saw that in the Lamont Peterson fight. You know,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, bro. Now,
that is facts.
yeah. So, I mean, are there any other fights that we can look forward to right now? Because we got the Tank and Rolly, we got the Sean Porter, we got Jaron Ennis this coming weekend, and then we got the Canelo and the Plant fight to close the year. It looks like. Trying to think if there's any in between. You know.
Um, nope, it ain't. It ain't no in between.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's none right now in between. Now that I think about it. Um. So I mean, where do you think Shakur goes from here? Do you think he moves up, or do you think he holds on to the belt?
I think he holds on to the belt for as long as he can until somebody uh steps up and challenges him. But I just don't think he gets a fight. I don't think nobody gonna want to fight him at that weight.
Well, the thing is how. I mean, I have a question for you. How much longer do you think he can make weight?
Yeah, that's another good question.
Like,
It's
how
like you
long do you
said,
think?
he a big 130.
Yeah, how much longer do you think he can make weight?
Ah, that is a good question.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I mean, I don't know how much longer he can make 130. You know.
Yeah, that 130 might get tough to make.
Hmm.
He only getting. I mean, shit. He only gonna get bigger. I would assume. So yeah, he gonna have to figure out where he wanna. You know what I'm saying? Campaign. I think he gonna try to defend his title once though. I think he tries to do it at least once.
For like, let me see. Yeah, I'm still on. Let me send you the link again. I'm gonna send you. I sent the link. So yeah, I think you should still hear me. but I just rejoin when you get a chance. Yeah, try to join back in. See if you can hear me. Yeah, try to join back in. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Nah, but what I was saying is that now that I look at it, Shakur Stevenson even had the snack thing on his shorts. So if he's using snack, then is he cheating too?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Motherfuckers just want to use. They want to use any excuse they can when a motherfucker is dominating.
Yeah, exactly. Or they want to use an excuse when someone else got caught cheating, and that person who got caught cheating happens to be their guy, and then they say, okay, well, this is how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they always do that shit, man. Always.
That's
You
facts.
know, but it was good, man. I like his performance, man. I like how he was putting together.
Yeah, he was
He
looking.
got
He
good.
was looking like. He was definitely looking like a fucking problem.
Yeah, good hand speed too. I mean, it was just fast hands. That nigga just had fast hands, man.
It's just fast reaction. Like his reaction time is quick as fuck.
And then another thing too about him, it's not fast load up hands. It's just fast flowing hands. It's like he's not loading up. It's just like them shits are just going. Them
Mm-hmm.
shits are just missiles. So this is why I was happy about, you know.
Yeah, it definitely was. That motherfucker
Yeah.
nice. He definitely gonna be
Yeah.
causing a lot of issues.
Now back to the Devin Haney situation with him. What do you think? Like, with, do you believe that Devin Haney is more skillful than Shakur? Do you believe like
I
that
honestly feel
tutelage?
like they about even. They about even.
Yeah, yeah,
I just feel like shit. They 1A 1B in this shit.
yeah.
Pick just you pick your poison really.
Right, right. Um, now, do you think that um, I want to say, do you think that who do you think has more dog?
I think I I think Devin.
Okay, okay, yeah. Now, do you now obviously they're on the top of their divisions. They're the top dogs at their division, in my opinion. Because number one, they have belts, but number two, it's just nobody's in a rush to fight them. Um, now, do you think that they maybe just do it and just say, F it, we're going to fight because nobody else wants to fight us? So F it, let's do it. You know what I mean?
Oh, I could
Do you
see it.
think that happened?
I could see it,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
with that advisors, I don't think it'll happen like that.
Oh, for real.
Nah, I don't think they'd let that shit happen. There's so much shit they could do. Like
Hmm.
they can go find another. They can go find the easy fight in a different weight class. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Jump two weight classes up and go fight somebody they know they gonna beat.
Hmm.
Like it's other. Like and I'm peeping at. There's so many ways to.
Finesse it, right?
Yeah.
Finesse the situation.
There's so many ways to. You know what I'm saying? Get out of.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Finesse the situation
Hmm.
and do shit that really ain't like because like Tank going up to fight Barrios, that shit shouldn't be impressive like that.
Yeah, I kind of wasn't really big on that. I really wasn't big because, like, you're moving up. I get it. But at the same time, it's like, okay, you're moving up to fight a guy who, let's just say, really didn't have any like heavy touches at 140 himself.
Yeah, it's like Devin Haney said it. He was like, man, he knew. He was like, he knew what they was doing by going up there and fighting Barrios at 140. Barrios,
Hmm.
like he
Barrios,
was
yeah.
like, I sparred because I guess they asked him like, you sparred him. He was like, yeah, I sparred him. He was like, how that go? He was like, I mean, shit, I don't want to disrespect no fighter. You know what I'm saying? He a good fighter, but you know,
It was easy work.
pretty much he said what I was saying. And like, I don't want to
Yep.
disrespect him, but shit, you know. And when a
Yep.
nigga say that, you know, I mean, shit, you know,
You know what time it is. You know what time it is. You know
we was on
exactly
his
what time
ass.
it is. Yeah, you know what time it is. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, bro.
That's
Yeah.
that's. I don't know. I hope that's a fight we get.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the fight we need. That's just a fight that would probably make the most logical sense. I mean, sometimes you have to put two avoided fighters together. Sometimes that's the only way, you know?
But honestly, I'd rather Shakur fight like Ryan Garcia,
Oh shit.
Devin fight T.O.,
Yo,
and Tank
yo,
fighting Rolly, and then shit, you
yo,
know.
yo. They won't Ryan Garcia won't even go near a Shakur.
Fuck no.
Ryan Garcia will not go near a Shakur Stevenson. You see how he got out of this fight right now?
Yeah,
I mean,
he don't want
I'm sorry.
nothing to do with nobody like that.
Listen, the thing is about steroids too, is that the more steroids you take, the higher your chances are of getting injured
Mm.
with steroids. So with this wrist injury, I mean, you're not in training camp. You weren't in training camp for what you call it for Jojo Diaz, and you say you hurt your wrist. It just lets me know that there's something fishy going on over there. Still, still, there's something fishy.
No,
You
for
know,
real.
it's still going on. Something that's fishy, basically. You know.
Yeah. They're not going. It's. I'm anxious to see what happens now because it's gonna be hard for him to get a fight.
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think he's even interested in fighting anymore. I think, if anything, he's more interested in getting a movie part, truthfully speaking.
That don't surprise me.
I would think that he actually would want to do movies more than he does actually want to fight. I don't know if it's true, but I heard he has 4 kids. So I don't know why he doesn't want to fight.
Mm,
He has mouths to feed.
a
I don't
few
know
of
how true this is though, but someone told me that he has 4 kids already.
them.
Well, I didn't like that he did. This is why I didn't like what he did. It's when he went on Mike Tyson's podcast, FaceTime tape, and said, "Do you, if you don't fight me, this will tarnish your legacy and this, that, and the other." I don't like how he clout chased Tank to like add some shit to his name when he had no intention of fighting him. When Oscar De La Hoya won't even let you fight Tank, he knows you'll get your shit knocked off. And I just don't like him clout chasing, FaceTiming Tank on the Mike Tyson show, doing all this extra shit, and you had no chance, you had no intention on fighting him. Then you say you're fighting Pacquiao. It's like you're doing all this erratic shit for what? You know?
Yeah, like you just fucking saying anything at this point.
Yeah, at this point,
Just shut
yeah,
your ass
when,
the fuck up.
listen, when he comes back, when he comes back, the next thing he'll say, he'll be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fight Bud Crawford next." Yeah, me and Bud Crawford are working on a fight. That'll be the next guy he'll mention. You know, it's just ridiculous. It's hella ridiculous to say shit like this, man. For real.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
Yeah, man. It really is. Trying to think if I mean, we pretty much covered everything.
Yeah,
I
it ain't really too many more too many fights. I mean, we got all the fights.
Yeah, we got all the fights lined up. I think the Otto Weidland Dillian White fight was postponed, and
Yeah, it was.
I really wouldn't be surprised if that fight doesn't happen and they just jump into a Dillian White Tyson Fury fight. I wouldn't. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Actually,
It wouldn't surprise me neither.
yep, it wouldn't surprise me that they just say skip that, make a fight in United Kingdom, put that shit on pay-per-view, make that shit happen. Because Tyson Fury don't have a fight anyway. You know.
Yeah, Tyson Fury ain't losing nobody.
Nah, I mean I can't even say Usyk beats him at this point.
Hell no.
I can't say that Usyk beats that dude. The only one that I would probably give a chance to beat him is Frank Sanchez due to the speed, but even he's too small.
Think so?
Yeah, it's just that nigga may be too small for him. That's the only problem in all that body weight. Because the thing is that body weight takes out your legs.
Yeah, for
That's the
sure.
whole that's the whole thing. Like that body weight tires out your legs, you know. So that's the problem he'll face with him. Unless he
Yeah,
uses angles to pivot and then bob out. Easier said than done when you have that nigga at you though. That's the whole thing. But yeah, man, we're gonna do this again
yes,
next
sir.
Saturday because we're gonna have to review that Boost Ennis fight.
Oh, yeah, that should be fun.
And then we're gonna also talk about it's good because we will have which one call it on the card too. Michelle Rivera will be on the card too.
Oh yeah,
Man, that's a good ass card. Low key, people are sleeping on this card.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely tuned into this shit because it's a lot of the future is on this card.
Yup. The future of it is on this card, man. But anyhow, man, thank you for joining me again. I really appreciate it. You
You
know,
already know, brother. Anytime, man. It's nothing. It's nothing, man.
yeah,
This coming becoming a regular
yeah,
thing.
it definitely should become a regular thing. And it would be cool to get some more people on it. But in the meantime, we're just gonna keep it like moving. We're just gonna keep it moving regardless of who shows up or not, because it's good to talk about these fights and stuff like that, and what we saw, and just just politicking. You
For
know,
sure, for sure. I mean, shit. Yeah,
yeah,
it's nothing. I mean, I could even look for people that I that I know
yeah,
is big on boxing and then shit. We could.
yeah. Because the thing is, I want as many perspectives as possible. I don't want just someone just who is just like, well, this, that, and like I'm not like I don't mind not having a yes man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If your points make sense, then it's fine. But if your points don't make any sense, then I'll be like, bro, know what the hell you're talking about. You know what I mean? Oh, before we leave, that would be a hell of a fight.
which
But I
one?
still think Shakur will get him though. But that would be a hell of a fight. Um, that one guy who just fought, that one Mexican guy, pressure fighter.
Um.
He just fought that other Mexican dude and left that nigga daddy lump lump. He left his
Oh.
shit looking like a blueberry
Never
muffin.
ready.
Yeah, I think that would be dog fight. That would be dog. I think it would, as a matter of fact, it may bring a new level of dog out of Shakur Stevenson,
Yeah, I
because
mean,
that
shit. It
dude
might
would
have
come
to.
that because that dude would come forward. That dude would like try to impose his will on him, and he'll be like, "Nah, nigga, this ain't happening on my watch." Because when you look at it, Floyd had to deal with the same shit when he fought Justin Juco. Floyd had to deal with that shit. He fought Justin Juco, who was coming forward, just pressing the action, and he fought that guy Philip Ndu,
Yep.
that South African guy who was like pushing that dude forward, 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 forward. And Floyd, I guess, found a new level of dog in that fight. So I think that Navarrete Shakur Stevenson would be a
That'll
good
make him
fight.
have to dig deep.
Hell yes, that would be. As a matter of fact, that's the fight to make at this time. And I don't think Shakur Stevenson will turn it down. I don't think
Hell
so.
no. Shakur
He'll,
Stevens
he'll
ain't turning down no smoke.
nope. That's the fight to make. Actually, it's that Navarrete Shakur Stevenson fight. Throw that shit on pay-per-view.
Yeah, I'm ready to see. I'm ready to see him fight. You know what I'm saying? So somebody who gonna make it a fight.
Yeah, we thought Herring was going to be the one to make it a fight, but that nigga got hit with too much shit early on, and so that's all she wrote. And I think Andre Ward said that would be the key to the fight is for Herring to win those early rounds, and we saw that shit wasn't happening anytime soon.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, those early rounds weren't going to be won by him. You know,
Yeah, that shit was out.
yeah, that shit was out of the question. Unfortunately, you know.
But we'll see what's next.
Yeah, and one more thing. If I was like at 130, I would have beat Jamel Herring's ass too, because that Marine shit I don't really get down with, because it's like, nigga, it was like, nigga, you went to war, you went to war for some damn oil, probably killing innocent people, that maybe even didn't deserve to die, but you were on your patriotic Captain America shit, I would have been like, nigga, I'm gonna beat your Captain American ass, nigga. I'm Red Skull. I would have, as a matter of fact, I would have came out of the ring with a Red Skull helmet, like a Red Skull mask on.
Yeah,
I
that'd have
would
been
have
dope.
did that shit.
That would have been dope.
Yeah, because it's like, nigga, you were a puppet, you know. And it's like, nigga, I'm gonna beat your ass for
What if you would have
falling for
came to
the
the ring
thought.
in the tally, like in the turban?
Yeah, that's what I would have did. Yeah, I would have did that shit. I would have came in a turban or some shit like that. I would have came in with one of those chic hats or whatever.
Yeah.
I would have did that shit, because it's like, nigga, you are a puppet, you know. And the sad thing is that war is still going on. They still haven't stopped that shit. They still haven't withdrew troops. There's still troops there right now, and it's been going on for damn near shit since 2001 or 2003, I think. So it's been going on for like damn near 18 years. The hell. And y'all haven't solved anything. Y'all just added more problems to what they got going on right now, man. Shit was stupid to me.
Yeah, that
Going
shit
to war.
crazy.
Yeah, and then he just felt so patriotic and stuff like that. And there was another Marine who got stopped earlier, but it was on the prelims. That nigga, the way he got stopped was kind of cold. Um, it was kind of crazy because he what he was doing is he was trying to like dance around and do all this like kind of extracurricular activity. He was dancing around like um leaving his hand down in the beginning of the round. And the crazy thing is the nigga hit him. And then after he hit him, like out of nowhere, the nigga buckled it by himself. The nigga buckled down by himself. And then the nigga pounced on him and stopped him, you know?
And it was over.
Yeah, it was over. But yeah, man, we're gonna talk about Boots Ennis. I know we're gonna like have to put him in the Negro League with. I mean, don't get me wrong. Thomas Delorme is his 30 opponent, and I like Ishmael Salas. I'm a fan of Ishmael Salas as a trainer, but he can't train. He can't train him for this nigga. That's the thing. He's not going to be able to train him for this nigga. That's the only. That's the downside,
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to train him for that. And I rock with Salas very heavily. But I'm just telling the truth. Like, he's not going to be able to train Delorme to deal with this nigga.
Man, that nigga ass is out of there.
Facts. That's facts, man.
That Delorme might not make it 4.
Yeah, he may not make it past 4, bro. That's the thing. That's just the reality we deal with. Yeah, man. With this tank buildup, I'm gonna still go to the events, and I'll probably go to the fights and get more coverage. But I'm gonna try to chop it up with Steven Espinosa so I can try to get some more of what fights there are to come. You know,
Yeah, I'm with that.
yeah, I'm trying to get more information. I know there's gonna be some badass bitches at the fight.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, bro, when I say there was some badass bitches at the Errol Spence, uh, Sean Porter fight, bro, if I was after that, I would have. That's maybe what my whole purpose. But my whole purpose was like to watch the fight and get this coverage of this stuff happening at the fight. But if I was like looking for these females, I would have been like all over that shit.
It was like that.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it was like that, bro. But anyhow, man, let's wrap on Instagram. I'm gonna still post my crazy shit and stuff like that. And I'm gonna post my fighting related shit because some people be sending me articles and shit like that. Um, so let's still keep in touch on there. And if you have any articles or anything that comes up, you can just send them to me too, and then I can read them and shit like that.
For sure, most definitely. I do that. I do that.
Yeah.
Shit. Let's wrap Friday then.
But no, we're gonna wrap on Saturday because that's when the
Oh
the
yeah, that's
boot
right.
Ennis.
Yeah, Saturday.
Yeah,
Saturday. That's
yeah,
right.
we're gonna do that on Saturday so we can like really dissect the shit we're gonna see, which probably won't last that long, but you know it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bro, that's crazy. I just seen before we go. This motherfucking Lomachenko lost one amateur fight.
Bro, I don't believe that shit though, bro. I really don't believe that. Like,
Like, I mean, yeah,
like
I'm sure it was some
396
fights
and
that he
one,
actually lost that he got the win for, but I mean,
bro. Bro, I don't believe that shit. I don't even believe that Triple G was 345 and 5 in his amateur career. I don't believe that shit. I don't believe Lomachenko was 396 and 1, bro. I don't believe
hell
that
no.
shit. Bro, I don't believe that shit. Because if you're 396 and 1, that means you fought everybody.
Yeah, like, bro, you was just beating
That
everybody up.
means you were professional. By your 200th amateur fight, you are already a professional, basically.
Yeah.
If you're 396 and 1, I don't believe that, bro. I don't believe that.
Yeah, we gonna rap. We gonna rap Saturday. This shit, that's another
Yeah,
topic.
I can't wait, bro. I can't wait. I can't wait until we see Boots back in the ring. Oh, another fight we have coming in November. I forgot. We have, although it's not the opponent we want, we have Boo Boo Andre, he fighting Quigley
Oh
in
yeah, and we
November.
got
Yeah.
Benavidez and Us Katsuki.
Yeah, Uzkatigi. So we do got a couple of two fights too. So I expect Demetrius Andre to make quick work of Quigley. I mean Quigley lost to Torino Johnson. So you know, there's no telling what Demetrius Andre would do to Quigley. You know, I mean, it's just it is what it is. So it
Yeah,
remains to be seen. You know, Canelo will never fight him again. You know, dealing with these Negro League fighters, we just, you know, it's like, and I'm gonna end on this note. It's our job to like pretty much push these Negro League fighters and to keep them like relevant and stuff like that. It's our job to push like the Andres. It's our job to push the Morels, the Shakurs, the Lubins, and now Rivera is another one. It's also our job, unfortunately. I hate to say it, another Negro League fighter came into the mix unknowingly. I don't think he I don't think he expected it, but another Negro League fighter who came into the mix is Rashidi Ellis
oh
because he
yeah,
can get a fight. You know, like I hate to say it, but then I say, you know what, damn, he's a Negro League fighter too. Now that I think about it, I'm like, damn, he got his membership. You know, his brother can get fights, but he can't get fights.
yeah, that's
And
crazy.
he's called out Virgil Ortiz many times, and they're under the same promotion. Can't get
Negro
a fight.
League fighters.
Yep. So he got his membership. You know, he got his
Yeah,
membership because it's been a while since he fought too. He may have to move to 154 to get a fight, but I mean I don't know if he wants to do that. I don't know if he wants
and
to.
that's fucked up when you got to start doing shit like that.
Yeah, damn it. I just yeah, he's a Negro League fighter. Now that I realize it, you know, I'm gonna keep on saying it. Boxing has a Negro League. I'm just gonna be real.
Definitely.
That shit exists. That shit very much is existing right now. I just watched something again with Erickson Lubin saying that champions have the choice of choosing who they want to fight, and they always choose over him. So I think his next logical move will probably have to be a fight with maybe a Tony Harrison, or if Danny Garcia moves up to 154, that may be the most logical step. Julian J. Rock Williams, he just lost, so that wouldn't make any sense.
He just lost on that
On that damn I
undercard to
forgot.
Tyson Fury, huh?
Yeah, he lost on that undercard with Tyson Fury. He lost to that. So maybe that may be the most logical fight for us, and will be the guy that J. Rock lost to. You know.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah. But we'll wrap though, and thank you again. I know I get carried away with these Negro League boxers, but those are the ones I'm gonna support, bro. Point blank, period. I'm not gonna support the ones that people find popular because they're in the limelight and stuff like that. I support based on your skill level and based on the eye test. We saw the Shakur Stevenson skill level come out. But unfortunately, he's not as popular as the rest of these clowns. So this is what I support. So this is why the Negro League fighters come first. On this channel at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yep. So other than that, we're gonna wrap next week, and we're gonna cook on that Ennis fight.
It's good.
Yep. Thank you for coming on again.
You already know, man. It's all love, man. I'll be here anytime.
Okay, cool.
All right, brother. Stay up.
All right, be safe, bro.
No doubt. No doubt.
All right.